Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining this kickoff meeting. So, this meeting is about adoption of advanced driver assistance system. So, we will start this meeting with the agenda, and the agenda of this meeting is to go over the problem statement and the solution for it, followed by we'll go over the project objectives and how we would implement the project. Later, I will talk about the cost and risk associated in the project, and lastly about individual responsibilities, and will be concluding by summarizing the project. I will also give you a couple of minutes for the Q&A session. So now we'll look into the problem statement. In a recent study conducted by the National Highway Transport Safety Administration, on an average, 40,000 people die in car accidents in US, and 80% of these accidents are due to lack of attention. Furthermore, in a recent study conducted by Rice University and University of Chicago, that after introduction of ride hailing services, there has been 3% increase in car accidents. Now we'll look into the solution and like how to address this problem. One thing is to adopt ADAS. It's a sensor-based braking system that these days all the car manufacturers are trying to introduce it. And in a study conducted by Mobile Eye and Israeli-based ADAS company, that 85 to 95% of these collisions can be reduced by installing ADAS. And furthermore, we would also like to incorporate a new feature called Safety Score in our app, a trip rating system that will collect real-time data. So these scores will be disclosed to the driver, and so that it helps him to improve and maintain good driving behavior, and also to the customers to make them aware that they'll be experiencing a quality trip. So in this slide, I would like to give you a quick view about what's the project objective. Our primary objective is to provide a better customer experience, and followed by 95 to 100% of adoption of ADAS in the next 2 years. So how do we implement this project? So we have uh, considered following the stage gate project management technique here. In the first phase, we would conduct a detailed market survey in order to understand the viability of this project. And in the second phase, we would be identifying and partnering with the ADAS manufacturers, and we will also work on developing in parallel. We'll also work on developing a safety score feature. In the third phase, we will install these ADAS devices in the non-ADAS cars, and again, in parallel, we'll be working on deploying the updated application. And finally, in phase 4, we will monitor the performances of these ADAs installed cars, and also we will do a post ADAS market survey to understand both the driver and the customer experience after installing this ADAS system. So in order to so now we'll look into the project cost, or the estimated cost per driver. It's around $1,200. That includes taxes. This cost is inclusive of ADAS kit and even the installation charges and even the software, even developing the software and other miscellaneous expenses. And now, when we look at the risks, in the preliminary assessment, we have identified two risks. First one being driver resistance to install the ADAS system, and the second one is customers will be reluctant to pay higher prices for the trip. I believe if proper strategies such as conducting online workshops for the drivers to understand the benefits of ADAS and also investing to educate customers about benefits of ADAS will help us to mitigate the risks. So, how do we handle the project? So, based upon our expertise, I have dedicated the responsibilities in the project. The market survey would be done by Anthony, and identifying and conducting the partnership with the ADA's manufacturer would be handled by Rakesh, and developing the safety score feature would be handled by John, and coordination for this ADA's installation in the non-ADA's cars will be conducted by IL, and deploying this updated application would be handled by Sam, and followed by to gauge the performance of this ADA's installed automobile would be conducted by Emily, and lastly to conduct the post market survey after installation would be handled by Siddharth. And as I am the project manager, I'll be managing the entire project. So finally, I would like to summarize that adopting ADAS has benefits such as reducing customer claims and encouraging positive driving behavior. And the main benefit is we can reduce car accidents. So that's it, folks. And I thank you once again for joining this meeting. And now the meeting is open for Q&A. Thank you.